Welcome to the Dr. Hutch Show. This is Dr. J.L. Hutchinson coming to you live. Plan for Impact series. Tonight we're going to be talking about what are you going to do different next year. And I have my co-host here. You want to say hello to San Diego too?
Good evening, San Diego, and have a wonderful show.
I actually want to say hello to San Diego. Brandon, you want to say hello to San Diego?
Hello, San Diego.
All right. Say hello to San Diego again.
Hello, San Diego.
All right. You're at that microphone, most definitely. Last week we were spending some time. We were talking about actually getting you ready for next year. Some things that we wanted to get you excited for. Preparing yourself for next year. There's a lot of things that we have been challenged with, and we want to continue that series tonight. And what are you going to do different next year? In this first 30 minutes, we're going to be talking about things we did wrong. Things we did wrong. And sometimes we have made some mistakes and made some errors in our life, but even though we made those mistakes this year, we still have survived. And a lot of people didn't make it this year. But we're going to acknowledge those individuals and what we do by honoring them and continuing to keep going on. Like my mom always say, keep on going on. And as far as tonight, we're going to look at what things did you do wrong and right this year. So some things that we done right and some things that we done wrong, but we mostly focus on the things that we done right. But I want you to understand tonight that we're going to be talking about we are making history as we go. Each and every year, we're actually making history. And history is in the making every day. And the things that we've done this year is going to help us move forward for next year. But as we move forward for next year, we know that we're going to be facing different challenges. But the things we've done this year that has helped prepare us for next year. So every time I'm talking to people about going to the next level, when I'm talking about going to the next level, I'm talking about you preparing yourself for something better each year, something that you could be great at. And a lot of you out here are great right now. You're better than you were last year. You have, some of you have improved financially. Some people have started businesses. Some people have started new careers, new ventures. And some people have entered into school for higher learning. And those are things that we have been successful in doing. So what are you going to do different next year? And that's the focus. Because when you're in the process of building up your dreams, and I want you to believe in your dreams, believe they're going to come true, believe and have faith. And we're going to cover a few things tonight. We're going to talk about what you're passionate about. What is it that make you do what you do each and every day? And also, we're going to talk about what can you do best in this world. What can you do best? I mean, can you do things better? What things are you good at doing? And we're going to ask you to, what drives you? What drives your life? I want those things to be very important to you. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to get right into it. Welcome back to the Dr. Hutch Show. This is Dr. J.L. Hutchinson. We're talking tonight about what are you going to do different next year, and we're looking at that. What are you going to do different next year, and how are you going to make those changes in your life? I mean, that's the cool part about having another chance to become successful in the coming year and preparing yourself. And that's what we're doing. We're taking you through a process, and we said when we started this journey back in October, we said we're going to prepare you for next year. And we're reaching that point of next year. It's not, about 2 weeks away?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so 2 weeks away, and we'll be in another year, 2007. So preparing yourself for 2007 is one of those things. I remember I was in I think I was in junior high or elementary. I think it was in junior high, one of them. I remember when 1980 came in. 1980, I was like, whoa. It was 1979. They said, well, the new year is going to be 1980. And I was like, oh, man, 1980. What's going to happen? So, and then, when 1990 came along, it was like, whoa, man, 1990's coming. In 1990, I found myself in, as a matter of fact, I found myself in a foreign country in 1990. Who would have known that in 1980, I was in Cleveland, Ohio as a young kid, and then next thing you know, I'm in the Philippines in 1990. I was over in the Philippines in 1990 on my way to the Persian Gulf, the first desert storm. So it's like, whoa, being able to, who could have imagined that? So, folks, history, we're making history. We're creating our testimony. We're creating our lives before our own eyes is being manifested, and the day-by-day living, and the things that we have done over the years, the history that has made us who we are today. We are making history. And when you make history, you are in the process of building your dreams, believing your dreams. If you believe in your dreams and making plans, you will eventually meet your dreams. Who would have known back in 1968, through all the stuff that was going on in 1968, Martin Luther King actually was murdered in April 4th, 1968, that years later, in October 2nd, 1968, I would be born. Who could imagine that? Here I am. God has made it so that every man is born at a certain time and age. I wasn't born in the 1900s. I wasn't born in 1840 or 1860, but God chose for me to be born October 2nd, 1968. And here I am today in 2006. What's today? It's December the 14th. December the 13th.
13th, yep.
2006. Years later, and all the trouble and all the different struggles and challenges that have been before me in my life, and I actually have my hands, my legs, and I have a head on my shoulders. I'm not, most people don't have. I'm grateful for what I have. A lot of people don't have that, but I want you to be grateful for what you have. I want you to be grateful for the history that has been made with your life, and the things that has happened with you, and the things that have made you who you are today. I want you to take that and embody that and create a motivation for yourself for next year, so that you are going to do something different for next year. You're going to actually be better than you were this year. You're going to be better than 2006. 2007, you're going to be unbelievable. That's who I want. I want you to be unbelievable. I want you to be so empowered that everything that you set your mind to, you'll be able to accomplish. But let's get back down to reality too. The reality is, we did some things wrong this year. And me, what went wrong? With me this year, there's some things that I made some mistakes on myself. I made some mistakes in doing some things this year that I know that if I had an opportunity to do it over, I could do it better. So I look at the things that I tried to do last year, this year, that I'm going to do next year. I'm going to try to do those things over again. Like I started a new service. I started a service. It didn't turn out too well earlier this year. And that service didn't turn out too well because it had some things that was needed, some things that needed to be put in place. But I rushed to try to get it because I wanted to help people. That was my thing. But I took my time. I turned around and I said, well, let me try to do this over again. And next year, I'm prepared. I actually want to do some more workshops. And now we have some workshops. We have a facility that we hold our workshops at, as far as expanding the business and everything. But earlier this year, I tried to do that, and it didn't work because I didn't have the proper space for that. and actually didn't have the right personnel. Sometimes you just don't have the right people in your life at that time. So it has to be done sometime in God's speed. So I know a lot of you out there can relate to some things that I have done. What's the number that people can call?
That number is 619-570-1040. Once again, that's 619-570-1040. Go ahead and call in.
Yeah, so if you've got some things that you want to share with us, some things that you did wrong, maybe we can learn from you too. So it's a learning experience. We are like the whetstone. We're actually sharpening each other so that we can become better. And as we become better, we become sharper. What happens when you take the knife and put it up against the whetstone? It sharpens it. So we can cut through some things next year. We can really make some things happen, some things that didn't work for us, some people that are in our life. We take that same knife, we cut them out of our life. So some people that were in our life this year, and they're no longer in our life at this time. It's only for sometimes people were, like I said, is in your life for a moment. Some people in your life for a season. Some people in your life for a lifetime. And then there are some people that you just have memories with. Remember the guy that used to shoot the spitballs and dig in his nose, and when you were in elementary, it was a moment you shared with him. You know what I mean? I remember I used to eat crayons when I was little, so it's like you share a moment. I remember me and a guy I went to elementary school, we shared a couple crayons together, but that was just a moment, so sometimes people in your life just for that moment where you share certain things. And when you have had some people in your life that you share some things with, as far as for moments, and then you have some people in your life that you have had history with, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we all have had those individuals. Now, think about your dreams. What it is you have done this year, and you tried to do that didn't work, that was connected to your dreams. See, what I want you to do, I want you to continue to try to make some things happen that are in accordance with your dreams. So if there's a career that you're trying to go, like we have people that want to become real estate investors, at least if that's something you want to do, try it. See if you really like it, and try to do those things. If you want to try to lose weight, don't talk about it, do it. Get involved, join the gym. If it's not the gym, if you're not that type of person, you get a personal trainer. If you don't have the money to do that, take diet supplements, whatever it is, try it, at least try it. And that's what I want you to do next year. I want you to focus on trying to make things happen according to your dreams, because that what helps you believe in your dreams. Believe that your dreams will come true. Another thing that's important. All those things that we tried to do that we were passionate about, we thought we were passionate about, the relationship that you thought you should have been in, but it really didn't turn out the way you expected it to, where God pretty much told you no and you said yes, and then next thing you know, you find yourself in a position where you have the heartbreak, and then you blame everybody else. Don't forget about that. Put yourself in position so that you can be able to have the great relationship. But first, the relationship is the relationship with God. Make sure that is tight. That out of all the relationships that you have in your life, everything else can go haywire. But that relationship is what needs to keep you focused and keep you steady. Just like when God gave Adam everything that he needed. And Adam had everything that he needed before God even created him. And then he turned around and he brought what? He brought the female. A lot of people like to call him the honey, but he brought him somebody that would be his helper. So let's not put ourselves in a position where we're trying to chase after things that we know the only person that can give it to us is God. So let's put ourselves in that position where we're close to his side, because he's the one that's going to be able to help you get all that you need. So, and I want you also to realize the things that you did wrong to people. So it's some wrongs that were done to people. And there were some wrongs that were done to you. First of all, go to those people and ask for forgiveness of what you've done. Second of all, Forgive those people who done you wrong. Do not harbor or take in any anger, because what happens, it becomes bitterness. And when it becomes bitter, then when you become bitter, you react. You actually lash out at those individuals, or you do the thing where a lot of people like to do, is called character assassination. We kill them over and over and over again with our words. Things that we say about them, how we relate to